Shalom, shalom. Alright, first and foremost, I'll start off by saying, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. I want to give all of the glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakadice. Honors unto the apostles and elders of the millstone. Shout out to the whole elect. Start with the word of Shalom. Alright, so Lord willing, right? We're going to this right here. I'm gonna title this one though. Defiled under the inhabitants thereof, right? And this is like I mentioned before, just watching older lessons, the elders, and this piece right here, Genesis 2:15 says, the Lord Yahweh took the man, right, and put him into the Garden of Eden, to dress it and to keep it. And before I go, I'm gonna go up real fast. I want you to understand, right? So the Lord Yahweh planted a garden eastward in Eden, right? We know that eastward, because Eden is the whole world. Eden is the whole earth, right? Eden meaning pleasure of men, right? Joy, pleasure, because when the earth was created, it's for the joy, pleasure of men, right? But Eden is the whole planet Earth, right? But eastward in Eden would be the eastern side of the earth, which is the Middle East, which is known as the Middle East today, but so he placed them in the garden. Or this would be in the Middle East today. That's what he said, right? He said, and the Lord took the man, which is Adam, right, who he formed, right? He put his scripture say, he put his breath, and made him from dirt, meaning literal dirt, because all the minerals and things that are in the earth, they're in men, right? Did a lesson on that the other day, celestial and terrestrial bodies, right? Celestial meaning heavenly, spiritual bodies, and you got terrestrial meaning earthly bodies, flesh, right? And his breath was that, the breath was that knowledge, wisdom, understanding. And then you got to understand that dirt is twofold, meaning literal dirt, and also meaning, Most High took us from a confused state, gave us laws, commandments, put us in order, right? But back to verse 15, it says, and the Lord Yahweh powers took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden, right, to dress it and to keep it, right? So you can understand it. That dressing means basically to take care of it, to watch over it, right? Let's turn this on real fast so we can have a connection. Let's go to the NLT, right? Click on one thing. Let's go to Genesis 2:15, right? It says, the Lord Yahweh powers placed the man in the Garden of Eden to tend and watch over it, right? So Yahweh outside, he said he put Adam there to watch over earth, to tend to it and watch over it, right? And as I'm reading this, it made me think of how, we go straight to it, Isaiah chapter 24, about how, the earth is languishing, the earth is weakening, right? Under the people, we can stay in NLT, we can stay in the parallel Bible. I still got the KJV on the other side of it anyway, so I have like notifications, man, that's why right, so, let's see. Right, so I read it in the KJV side first, right? Turn this off. Read it in the KJV side first, right? It says the earth mourneth and fadeth away, right? It says the world languisheth, right, and fadeth away, right? And the haughty people of the earth do languish. Language is going to the word, going to meaning weaken. Right, let's look it up real fast. Yeah, weakening, waste away. Language meaning weakening, wasting away, right? It says the earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Let's go to Job 9:24, right? So Job 9:24, let's see, right? It says the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Now we're gonna hold that, right? We're gonna hold that. We're gonna go to Malachi. Lord willing, we're just flowing through the spirit with these precepts. These are precepts that we do know being in the truth, right? But it's Malachi 1:4 says, whereas Edom says we are empowered, we will return, build desolate places. This is the Lord Yahweh of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness. People whom the Lord has against forever. So who run the earth? You can be ignorant, men be ignorant, let them be ignorant, but you understand that, Esau, Edom, which is a so-called white man, they run the earth, because the earth is given to the hands of the wicked, which showing you they're wicked. Even their pigment being script, Edom meaning red, Esau meaning wasted away. Their pigment being script, you can see their blood show forth through their skin is a fit description of the wicked, But Job 9:24 again says the earth is given to the hand of the wicked, which is Esau, Edom, which is so-called white man. We know in their rulership, right? It says he covered the face of the judge thereof. If not, where who is he? He covered the face of Yahweh and Yahushua and the Israelites. Where if not, where who is he? And we know who he is. He's a so-called white man, right? So we go back to Isaiah 24, right? Understanding that, reading again, verse 4 says the earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth, right? Meaning weakened and fadeth away. The heart of people of the earth do languish, right? It says the earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof. So the earth is defiled under the rulership that is in, right? Esau, run the earth, right? So the men were set up to watch and tend to the earth. But Esau, which is physical son's daughter, Satan, that, Satan just meaning adverse, they're the total opposite of they came here and do the total opposite. They came here to do what Satan would do into the earth. Kill, steal, and destroy. That's what they're doing. They're destroying the earth. They destroy everything about the earth, right? The earth languishes. The earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. They're wicked. So there's nothing but wickedness and pure sins going on. And also not even just going into the aspect, going into the oil spills, going into how the air it is, even just how what is can't think of what they call it, the pollution, with the air. I was doing when I was in college, I was doing basically like a summer job type, right? And we would go around. It's called night purge, New York. I forgot what it was called night purge. I can't think of what it I can stand for the movie. Basically, we would go around basically getting people to sign, to donate and sign, donate to this thing where they were trying to get a law passed for these big companies, which would, produce so much pollution, and it was causing the climate change, right? And it was basically like, let me see if I can search it up as well. But it's basically like because the climate change will get so hot in the summers or whatnot, and the schools having to keep the AC on, things and such, and the taxpayers have to pay for this. Us being taxpayers, we having to pay for this. We having to pay for the fouling and the destroying of the earth that they're causing, right? We having to pay extra tax money, things that's tax dollars, right? Let's see. I was typing in what is. Let's see if it come up. Right here. So Night Purge, the New York Public Interest Research Group, is a statewide student-directed nonprofit organization focused on customer rights, environmental protection, and higher education affordability. Founded in 1973, aims to strengthen democracy, engage students in civic activism, and advocate for the policy changes through the research and education campaigns, right? And I really want to go to where they, let's see. I'm gonna say fighting against, I'm really talking about other phone typing in there, fighting against climate change, right? So, let's see. Oh, here, okay, that was called greenhouse gas emissions. Okay, that was it's called. So the New York Public Research Group fights against the climate change by advocating for policies that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, transitioning to renewable energy, holding polluters accountable, right? Specifically aiming to meet New York Climate Leadership Community Protection Act, right, targets. They push for a just transition to a green economy, prioritizing justice for and protecting vulnerable communities, right? So it's holding them accountable because, these greenhouse gases and all this pollution is going to the air. Like I mentioned, the taxpayers, which is us, right? We having to pay extra tax dollars towards, this cause just because these plants, they doing what? They building all these things and whatnot, but they defiling the earth just to get that money, Right? So it said the earth is also defiled the inhabitants thereof because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, and broken the everlasting covenant, right? So I want to go, Little Apostle Romulo went into this a while ago. Let me see what it was. Leviticus 23. All right, so this Leviticus 23, right? Going into the land Sabbaths, right? So we'll start at verse 3, right? Right? It says, 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath to rest, and holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord Yahweh in all your dwellings. Right? Was this going to the land Sabbath, or I think it's another chapter. Hold on, it might be 20. Bear with me. Let's see. No, Leviticus 25. Slacky. Right? So Leviticus 25, we'll start at verse 1. Right? It says, and the Lord Yahweh spake unto Moses in Mount Sinai, saying, right? Speaking to the children of Israel, he said unto them, when you come into the land which I give you, then shall the land keep a Sabbath unto the Lord Yahweh. So, Yahweh set us over, because Eden is the whole earth. The garden eastward, Eden, Middle East, but Yahweh set us over to what? To look after the tents of the earth, to take care of the earth, right? Because the earth will replenish. They said because the earth got its own ecosystem. But under Esau Edom rule, when they came over and took over, right, they've been killing and defiling the earth. Remember that the earth is defiled, the inhabitants thereof, they've been killing the earth, right? We're gonna bring out other precepts as well to go into. We're going to this first, right? So they came once again for reading. When they came and they took over the earth, they just killing it. As we said, they changed the laws and ordinance thereof, right? Because they're total opposite of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Yahweh Shem Yahushua said it to where the earth is supposed to replenish and be, plentiful, right? Healthy, for us. But the earth is landed. The food, we was going to yesterday, the food is nasty. This food is unhealthy. Everything about this place is unhealthy and filthy. And that's under Esau Edom rule, because they had defiled the earth under their rulership, right? And this is and the Spirit is only going to this because even the subject that a lot of the brothers and the elders are going into now, just showing you that the wicked are falling, man. The wicked are falling, and we seeing the worms cover thee. Isaiah 14 said, the worms cover thee. That's the decay and the fall of the system, right? So we seeing the judgment slowly approaching amongst Esau Edom, but it ain't even slowly, it's fastly approaching. Right? It's fastly approaching to Esau Edom for the things that he done. The slaughtering of the Israelites, the idolism, the pride, and the destroying of the earth. It's plenty other, right? Destroying the earth, man. And we see their judgment come upon them for all these wickedness things that they're doing. Right? So let's continue to read. It says, 6 years shalt thou sow thy field, and 6 years shalt thou prune thy vineyard and gather in thy fruits. We're going to the word prune, I want you to see, right? Word prune. Prune meaning cut back, cut off. A plum preserved by drying. Basically, prune meaning to gather it, right? Pruning means to gather it, right? You go out there, you got apples on the tree, you will prune them. You will pull them off, cut them off, take them off, right? Put them off, put them in the basket, put them in the barn, whatnot, right? So 6 years shalt thou sow thy field, and 6 years shalt thou prune thy vineyard, and gather in the fruit thereof, right? As it said. But in the 7th year shall be a Sabbath of rest unto the land, and the Sabbath for the Lord Yahweh. That's what needs to sow thy field nor prune thy vineyard, right? So now you got to so you farm the land, you do things such for 6 years, and then after that you supposed to after the 7th year you supposed to let the land rest, right? Don't plant it, don't sow it, don't do none of it, don't take nothing up from it, none of that. You gotta let the land rest because the earth has its own ecosystem. Everything plays a part in how about Shem Yahushua said it. Even the worms, you learn this in school how the worms, I want to say, it's like they poop. It help replenish the soil, things and such. Esau, they'll take these worms and go fishing, which is filthy things and such. But they do all these type of things, right? They defiling the earth in all type of ways, man. It says that which groweth of its own accord of thy harvest thou shalt not reap, neither gather the grapes of thy vineyard or dress, for it's a year of rest unto the Sabbath. Right? It's like a year of rest unto the land. So meaning so you got things growing. You can't take them and gather them up, take them to the barn. And you can eat them, right? But the earth is replenishing, so you can't take them and gather them up. You got to let it replenish, let it grow, because the earth will replenish itself. Once again, the earth has its own ecosystem, right? Like when we fast, how your body replenishes it, it fights off all that body fat, that filth, it cleanses itself out. No, that's what the earth is doing, so you don't take it and prune it and put it up into your bill, but you can apple on a tree, you can eat an apple, things, but you're not supposed to gather up the apples, take them into the barn, or take them into your house, things and stuff, right? He says, That which groweth of his own accord of thy harvest thou shalt not reap, neither gather the grapes of thy vine dress, for it is the year of rest to the land. And the Sabbath of the land shall be meat for you, for thee, and for thy servant, and for thy maid, and for thy hired servant, and for thy stranger that sojourn with thee, for thy cattle, and for the beasts that are in the land, and all the increase thereof be meat. And thou shalt number 7 Sabbaths of years unto thee 7 times 7 years. And the space of the 7 Sabbaths of 7 years shall be 49 years. Right? So just understanding, I read this because you're gonna see how Yahweh said the land Sabbath for what? For the earth to replenish, you know, and as it says, it shall all the increase thereof be meat. Right? So the earth gonna increase, it was set to increase. But we just read under the inhabitants thereof, we saw, let's go back to Isaiah. The earth is defiled, the earth is weakening, it's not increasing, it's decreasing, it's weakening, you know. But Yahweh set men up. They'll start with Adam to what? The 10 to watch over the earth. But when Esau came into rulership, right, what they've been doing? Isaiah 24:5 says the earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Because they transgress the laws. When they go against the law, they break the laws. Change the ordinance, broken their everlasting covenant. The last time was all things. They even put pork in front of people's face. Right? They doing all these type of things. When they breaking it all the way to Yahweh Shah. Let's go to Psalms, I think that is 82. Psalms 82. Is it 82? It might be, let's see. Bear with something. I go to Psalm 64. 64. Bear with me. It's gonna come to me. And I came straight to me right up. This Psalm 82 and verse 5, right? It says, they know not, neither will they understand. So they'll never understand or know the true oracle, the true knowledge of how about Shah even get close to him. They walk on in darkness, that confusion, that wickedness, right? All the foundations of the earth are out of course. Everything is out of course, right? Everything's out of course. That's why Esau, they were given this place because they ain't doing nothing but killing it. They ain't doing nothing but killing it. So it ain't gonna be no, when Yahweh Shah bring that judgment upon them, it ain't gonna be no, what happened, what we doing? Because you have the prophets here telling you each and every day what you're doing, You have the prophets here each and every day telling you what you're doing, and pointing out, exposing your wickedness and things that you're doing, and they pay no attention to it. Why? Because they feel like they are gods. But they feel like can't nobody control them and tell them what to do, right? And we telling you the true ways of Yahweh Shah. That's why Scripture say, wave that banner over that high mountain, right? Because the standard of Yahweh Shah is broken. It's been, it's not broken, but it's been put underneath, right? As we see the foundation of the earth out of course. The earth is dying under the inhabitants of being under the rulership of Esau Edom. They're breaking all the places thereof, which we were set to what? To tend to the earth, look over the earth. That's why Yahweh set the land Sabbath. That's why he set these, he set these things. He put everything in place apart. And how Yahweh said Esau Edom, Satan, adverse, adversary, right? Different against, right? Everything Yahweh said. So they do the total opposite of it. And what they're doing is killing the earth. That's why that's why America has the top sickness rate, the health rate. We have the top, we have the top sickness rate, the worst health rate, right? The horrible foods, all these things, right? They blow up the foods, all these things, man. The earth is dying, and the people. It says also Isaiah 24, it says the people as well, right? It says the earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth, meaning weakened and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The haughty people of the earth do weaken as well, right? So I want to jump down to verse 19, right? It says the earth is utterly, the earth is utterly broken down, right? The earth is cleaned off after the missiles hit. The Most High is going to clean the earth through the missiles. He's going to sacrifice either on them. Right? He's going to get rid of them, right? And the missiles hit, he's going to clean them out, get them out. He's going to get rid of this place. All right, once we get rid of America, then we're going to clean up, and it's going to clean up the whole earth, and everything else will be made back righteous, right? And so the earth is moved exceedingly. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall remove like a cottage. The transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. right? It shall come to pass in that day the Lord Yahweh shall punish the inhabitants. Shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, the kings of the earth upon the earth. So Yahweh is going to bring destruction upon them because why? What they're killing, destroying, their iniquity, all things that they're doing. And one thing that they're doing, we're going to today, is how they defile the earth. Once again, Genesis 2 and 15, we were set to raise it, to look over it. I mean, to dress it, to look over it, to tend to it, to take care of it. You have the land Sabbath, all these type of things. But you have Esau who changed the ordinance. They changed everything. So Yahweh Shai, you got to take them down. You got to get them out of the way. Those high ones, those elites, the ones who truly run the earth. Right? As Isaiah 14 called the Lucifer ones, light bearers. Right? Morning star. Those rich ones behind the scene who truly run things. And the precept, the scripture we're going to go into in Isaiah 14 and also Proverbs, the earth mourns while they're in rulership. The earth is mourning while this is their kingdom, while their kingdom stand. And once this place goes down, it says the earth is going to rejoice. The people, the trees, and everything. Right? Verse 22, it says, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners, are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in prison. After many days shall they be visited. So we're going to take them, and they're going to be our slaves. They're going to be our captives. We're going to make them cleanse the earth, bury all those dead bodies, things that stuff, and we're going to make them walk in the righteousness of Yahweh Shai. And one that cleanses the earth, those missiles hit, and after that, this earth is going to be replenished. The earth is going to be rejoiceful, right? Because the righteous is going to be in rulership, and there's going to be no more wickedness in the kingdom of the earth, the found earth. And we're going to be in rulership. We're going to take care of the earth, like how Yahweh Shai said it from the beginning, right? We're going to take care of it. We're going to tend to it. We're going to dress it, right? So let's go to some more precepts, Lord willing. So let's go to Isaiah 14 and right? We'll start at verse 4. Isaiah 14 and 4. It says, thou shalt take up the power against the king of Babylon. We know the king of Babylon, you have the president, right? But behind the president's the puppet. You have those elites, those top banking families who really run things, right? The president's the puppet. You have those top elites who really call the shots behind the scene and say, how the oppressor seized the golden city? The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked, the scepter of the rulers. The scepter is like something the king has, right? He says, he who smote the people in wrath with the continuous scroll, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and not hindered, because each one is going to be brought down. The ones who rule the earth and who smote the people in wrath with the continuous scroll, right? They're destroying the earth, they're destroying the people, all type of things, right? He says, and this is talking about when they're brought down, right? So how about I tell you how they're brought down? They're going to be brought down and none hindered, right? It says the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth singing, right? It says, yeah, the fierce trees rejoice at thee, the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, since Esau Edom is took down, the inhabitants there of the earth who defiled it, since they're brought down, no fellas come up against us, man. Right? So now the earth is going to be rejoiced. The earth is going to be happy when Esau Edom took down, because they're destroying and killing the earth. And the true ordinance, remember the scripture says, the manifestation of the creature lying waiting for the sons of power, the sons of righteousness, the sons of Yahweh Shai. The scripture says sons of God, but I'm reading it. I ain't quoting it verbatim. I'm quoting it what it really should say. The sons of power, which are who? The Israelites, beginning with the elect. The sons of power and divine ones, angels. So, because those are the elect are those same angels who help Yahweh Shai create the earth. And Lord willing, as I finish studying Genesis 2, we go into a breakdown of that. Because those powers, when they say God, they say powers, Allahayim, right? Allah is the Hebrew word for power, right? Let's see if I got it in my notes. Let's see. Allah is the Hebrew word which means power. Ha meaning the, yum makes it from. Allahayim, man. The powers, right? Divine ones, the angels. Those are the same how shall create the earth. It said the ordinance of, right? And how shall the angels ones who bless the Sabbath, right? Things that's the land Sabbath, all that. Yahweh gave the blueprint. Yahweh shall the angels who fulfilled it. We're the workers who fulfilled what he sent for us to do. Lord willing, that number. Right? So when Esau Edom is brought down and the righteous coming to rulership, the earth's gonna rejoice, because Esau Edom been defiled and killing the earth. It's gonna go back to where Yahweh said it from the beginning. When men take care of the earth, look after it, dress it, tend to it, watch over it, right? Like the scripture said in Genesis 2. All right, let's go to that real fast. again. Right, I read it in KJV. It says, KJV first, and the Lord Yahweh powers took the man and put him into the Garden of Eden to dress it and to keep it. The Lord Yahweh powers placed the man in the Garden of Eden to what? To tend and watch over it. So that's what we're set to do. That's what we're set here to do, man. To tend and watch over this place, man. Right? You know, once Esau, came to Jerusalem, they've been putting wickedness, destroying and killing, bombing cities, bombing places, all type of things, right? You know, on the fact, it says right here, verse 15, it says, verse 15 says, yet that's how we brought down to the hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see these says, narrowly look upon this and consider these saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, bombing, wars, all type of things, that made the world as a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of prisoners, murdered by the top prison rate, all type of things, man. So Esau, this is one of those reasons why they're going to be brought down. You go to Jeremiah 51, it's going into it. It's one of the reasons that, this destruction is going to come upon Babylon. This place is wicked. And when Yahweh try to get rid of this place, after that, when he destroyed this place, right? Jeremiah 51:1 says, this saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I'll raise up against Babylon, against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me, a destroying wind, what? Those bombs, those missiles, those nukes, man. Right? They're destroying wind. But Yahweh has to get rid of this place. Once this place is brought down, the earth is going to rejoice. Right? This Proverbs 29:2. Right? It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. So the people mourn, the trees mourn, everybody is hurting what Esau, is in Rusha. You read Isaiah 14. Right? This is the one who caused the earth tremble, destroying city, defiling the earth, all type of things. So Yahweh I gotta take them down and get rid of them for their iniquity. He's gonna show them all that iniquity, all the things they've done, how it's wicked. Because they feel like that Yahweh is on their side, they're doing the righteous thing. Nah, man, this place is over, this place is done, this place is filthy, wicked, man. And Yahweh is going to get rid of it, and we're going to destroy it, and we're going to cleanse the earth and bring righteousness, man. Right? Lord willing. Right? This lesson is edifying and exalting. And I want to give honor and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shout out to the whole elect, starting with the 144,000. Shalom.